Hello everyone, welcome back in another video of Salesforce day 9. In this video we are going to discuss about the approval process and how we can implement the approval process step by step we will see. Okay, and we will discuss about the requirement also. So based on the requirement, how we are going to decide like whether we'll have to implement approval process or not. So if there is a requirement to uh, let's suppose there is a requirement where you are going to create an opportunity record, and on the opportunity record there is a, discount field. Okay, so if you are giving discount as 10%, there is no need to send it for the approval. Okay, that record no need to be sent to the approval for your manager or to anyone. If you are giving discount more than 20 or more than 20%, that record first should go for the approval. Okay, once your manager approved, then that record will be for use. Okay, and let's say one more requirement. If an employee is submitting their leave request, if an employee has created a leave request and they are going to submit it for the approval, because once you are creating the leave request, the always leave that leave request must go to the approval to their manager to, and manager will review, and then whether that manager will uh, approve it or reject it. So let's see how we can implement, okay, this in the Salesforce. So we will be taking the second example. Okay, we will be creating a leave request, and then the user will submit that record for the approval. That request will go to their manager, and manager will approve or reject. So let's quickly come onto the Salesforce screen. So in the previous video we have discussed about the Salesforce automation tools like assignment rule, escalation rule, validation rule, workflow rule. Okay, in the day 8. So if you have not watched it, I would highly recommend you to go and watch this video. You will get complete insights of Salesforce automation tools with practical example. So let's quickly log in to the Salesforce org. So as you all know how to create the custom object, how to create the page layout, how to create the record type, how to create the tab, how to create the records, what is record type. So I have created this employee leave application custom object, and in this object I have added some fields. Okay, employee is a lookup field which is lookup with employee object. Leave type casual, sick and earned leave, and start date, leave end date, and leave status. So as of now leave status is none. What we'll have to do, we will have to make a default value. We'll have to make this new as default value. Whenever an employee is coming to create a record, they should not need to select this new value manually. Okay, this automatically should populate. So leave status value, this new should be the default value. So let's make it first as default. So go to your object, employee leave application object, employee leave application, go to fields and relationship, then open that field, leave status field, scroll down. Okay, no default value is selected, so I wanted to select this new as default value. So edit it, edit this new value and make it as default. Now save it. Okay, we made this new value as default. So whenever an employee is coming to create a record, so leave status must populate as value new. See, the leave status value is showing as new. So now what employee will do, employee will apply for the leave. Let's suppose Ajay, leave type is casual leave, start date is from 1, end date is 5th, and leave status is already new, keep it in new. it must be new. So once a leave record is created, then the user will go to submit this request. So here is the drop down. So once you click on this right side drop down next to next new opportunity button, so if you click on this, there should be a submit for approval button. As of now we are not able to see submit for approval button. That's why I have created a new object. Okay, because there is no any approval process is created, or there is no any approval active approval process for this particular employee leave application object. We do not have any approval process for this particular object, so the reason we are not able to see this submit for approval button. So if you want to make that submit for approval button visible, we will have to create a approval process for this employee leave application object and make it active. Then you will be able to see submit for approval button. So let's quickly get create the approval process. So we will see. Okay, just uh, be 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 in this video. Okay, do not skip it, do not forward it further. We will see each and every step for creation of approval process. So just search approval process in the quick find, click on this approval process option, and now this is here you will be able to see the object selection option. So here we have to select our object, that is leave application, employee leave application, A B C D E, employee leave application. So once we switched onto the employee leave application object, there is no approval process created, so the reason we are not able to see submit for approval button on the record. So let's create a new approval process. So to create new approval process, just click on this create new approval process and use start wizard or use standard wizard, anything you can select. I'll select this use jump start wizard. There is no difference, anything you can select. First give your approval process name, leave request, leave request approval. Okay, so this is going to be the first entry criteria, which means if I have created that approval process and that approval process is active, so when that approval process gets executed, so you will be able, so once that approval process is active, you will be able to see approval process button. You have created a leave record, now you are going to submit it for the approval. Okay, so once you click on this submit for approval, first it will check. Okay, leave status should be in new, because if it is already in pending, again user is trying to submit the pending request pending record for approval, it should not go right if it is still in pending. And if leave status is approved, then again if somebody is coming here and submitting it for the approval, it should not go. So we will have to mention the first criteria, the very first criteria to execute, to start our approval process. So this is our first criteria where we will be mentioning the leave status must be in new. First, leave status must be in new, then only it will submit for the approval, because if it is already pending, which means already has submitted. So leave application leave status equals new. Okay, then it will go further. Here in the next step we'll have to select the approver, which means whoever logged in right now, whoever logged in right now. So who is the manager of that user, who is the manager of that user? So that if you want to see, click on this setup and open any user, open any user. So he is a user that we have created in this org. Okay, now click edit this user. So let's suppose this user is logged in. Okay, let's suppose this user is logged in by the username and their username and password, and now this user has created or leave request, leave record. Okay, now he wanted to submit it for the approval. So to whom that request should go for the review and whether approved or reject the record, the record. Okay, so scroll down. So we'll have to select the manager for this user. Here we have the manager option. So whenever this employee logged in and submitting a record for the approval, automatically it should go to their immediate manager. So whatever manager you have selected, the request, the record should automatically submit to their manager, immediate manager. So before going ahead, open any use, create a user, okay, and decide a manager for that user, so that this user will submit for approval and that request should go to their manager. Now come here. So here it is asking for, let the submitter choose the approver manually. You can select this one also. So whenever you will be submitting for the approval, at that time you can select who will be the approver. Okay, who are going to review this request and approve or reject. Or else if you select this second option, automatically assign an approver using standard or custom hierarchy field. Here you will select manager. So whoever, or by default, okay, by default it will see the manager field. Okay, if whatever manager we have provided in that, automatically this request will be assigned to those manager. Or if you want to put any queue, or automatically assign to approvers. Okay, if any user you want to select for the approver, so basically select this second one to assign. So because every employee will be having their reporting manager, so the request should go there to their reporting manager. So this is the, okay, the for this user, he is the reporting manager. So whenever this employee is submitting a record for approval, automatically it should go to this manager. Okay, so this is the step for this. Now save it. We have created the approval process initial phase, the first criteria. Okay, scroll down, view approval process detail page. Whatever you have created, you want to see, so you can click on this view approval process detail page. So you will be able to see this we have created. Okay, it is not active yet because there is some more steps that we have to perform. So let's go through. Process name, we have given this leave request approval. Description, we have not given anything. Entry criteria, what we have selected, leave status equals new. This is the entry criteria. Then only the rest of the things will get executed. Once it will check leave status, if it is new, then only the rest of the thing will get executed. Who can edit the record? Admin only can edit the record. Okay, initial submitter, employee. Okay, who is creating the leave record, that will be the initial submitter who can submit it. Other can't submit it. If I am creating this leave request, I only will be able to submit it for the approval. No other employees, no other record, no other users can submit this record on my behalf. Okay, now let's initial submission action. So once you have clicked on that submit for approval, what action should perform? What it should perform? First, it should change leave status from new to pending. Once I have submitted it, so it should move to pending. Okay, let's keep it in pending. Okay, then approver will either approve or reject. Once it is approved, it will change to approved. Once rejected, it will change to rejected. So this will be our first initial step, initial action to update the field update. Update to pending. Update to pending. Leave status field now change to pending. Once somebody has clicked on the submit for approval, change it to pending. This is going to be the first action. Okay, this will, okay, you can send email alert also. You can send email to their manager. Okay, whoever the approver manager, no, whoever the approver manager, you can send email alert also. I have submitted a leave request, could you please go through and approve it. That also you can include. Okay, approval steps. What should be the approval steps? Once you have submitted for approval, okay, once this record got submitted for approval, it went to the approver. Okay, it went to the manager. So what would be the criteria for manager to approve or reject? The request should be in pending. Once you have submitted, okay, before submitting it, it was in new state. Once you have submitted it, it is in the pending state. So only the pending request the approver manager can approve it or reject it. If it is already in approved state, approver manager how gonna approve it again? So it must be in pending. So we already done, okay, we have already done. So you will be able to see the submit for approval button. Once you click on this submit for approval button, automatically this leave status will change from new to pending. This is already in pending. Okay, now we'll have to make the approval step first. Okay, you can edit it. Already it is there. One action is already created, you can edit it. Step 1, click on next. Criteria you can mention whatever request came for approval must be in pending state. Leave status equals pending, because maybe approval process is not working. So you have submitted the approval, but the value didn't get changed from new to pending. Okay, so approval manager will not receive that. Okay, the only approval manager will receive the request which is in the pending state. Correct. Now click on save. That's it. Correct. We have employee leave status equals pending. Then only it will go for the manager. Now manager either can approve or can reject. So if it is approved, okay, if it is approved, so what we'll do, we'll change the field to approved. Update to approved. Leave status is approved. Correct. See, once you have submitted for approval, it checks the criteria. Correct. Based on the criteria, initial submission action performed. It is updated field new to pending. Right. It went to the approver manager. How it went to the approver manager? The status must be in pending. Then it went to the approver manager. Approver manager has received it. Okay. Now they have buttons. One button will be approve button. Once he is approved, this will execute. If he clicked on the reject button, this will execute. So once he click on the approve button, what it will do, it will change from pending to approved. Once manager has clicked on the rejected button, so then it will perform this action. Okay, to update field to rejected. Update to rejected. Leave status change to rejected. Save it on. And you can mention, you can send email alert on each and every step. If he is approving, you can send an email alert, your leave has been approved successfully. If he is rejecting, you can send email alert, your leave has been rejected. Okay, I'll show you one. Click on this email alert. Okay, then but you will have to create an email template first. Create an email template, and then you can mention the recipient who will receive, who is the recipient. That you can do it by your own. Okay, we have created. Now activate it. Everything is done. Now activate this approval process. See, our approval process is active now. Go here. As of now, we are not able to see the submit for approval. Refresh this page. We have created approval process and the approval process is active. So it must show the submit for approval button. Not showing. Okay, we'll cross verify one more time if that active or not. Refresh it. Click on the approval process. Search the approval process. Approval process and employee. If is it active? Yes, it is active. Asking to deactivate it, which means it is active. our approval process active. Leave request approval, click on this to see it is active. Now come here, delete it, come here, refresh this page and create one more record. So I am logged in as a system admin. Okay, I'm logged in as a system admin and I do not have any approver manager. So I will have to logged in as a user who has their approver manager. So go to setup and search user. I have edited this user and selected approver manager. Okay, he has a approver manager, he has a manager assigned, right? He has a manager assigned, so he can create a record, he can create a record and submit it for the approval. Once he is submitting for the approval, it automatically will go to this user. Okay, but before this we'll have to see if this user is having our object access or not. Let's see if that user is having access. This user is not having access of our employee address, employee application detail object. So let's give the access first. So based on the profile you can give the access and you can give access through the permission set. Okay, so let's open this employee and check if there is any permission set assigned. There is no any permission set assigned. So do we have created any permission set? I guess we have created any permission set. Permission sets, I guess some permission set we have created. Buyer manager, no. So just give the permission on the profile level. So what is the profile of that user? Now search, open that user, click on this user, and here just click on this profile, edit this profile. Okay, control F, search the object, employee leave application. Where is the custom object? Custom object, employee leave application. Give the access on profile level. Okay, now save it. Let's see if custom tab access is there. It was default on. Now login. Now login with that user. Search that user and login. Now he is able to see this leave application. Now click on this new to create a new record. Employee, select any employee. Leave type, casual leave, start date from 1, end date will be 3, and leave status will be new. Click on this save. Record we have created. So the status is in the new right now. Submit for approval is not visible. Okay, let's check what are the other options to have that submit for approval button. So in some cases submit for approval button will not be visible. First case must be if there is no active approval process for a particular object, then you will not be able to see the submit for approval button. Second, if you have created the approval process and that is also active, but still if you are not able to see the approval, submit for approval button, and where you are able to see where these buttons are available. Okay, if you want to remove some one or two button, let's suppose clone button you don't want to show, print view sharing button, this edit labels buttons, if you want to remove these buttons, so how you will be able to do it. So first, to check for the submit for approval, first we will have to check if there is an approval process created or active or not for this employee leave application object. So just we have created an approval process, but still we are not able to see the submit for approval button. Second, open the page layout, open this page layout and see that on the page layout that button is added or not. So go to object, page layout, open the page layout. Okay, scroll down, and these are the buttons: edit, delete, clone, change owner, change record, printable, edit labels. These are the, but that submit for approval button is not added. So you click on this buttons. See, this submit for approval button is not added. Now add it on the page layout. If you want, you can remove something. Edit labels I want to remove. Okay, printable view also I want to remove. Clone, change record type, change record type also I want to remove. That's it. Now save it. Got it. Now come back and refresh it. Now click on this drop down. Now this submit for approval at the end is visible now. So we have added the submit for approval button on the page layout. Now quickly test it. Now log in with that user. Log in with any user who has their manager assigned. Okay, click on this, and this record he already created. Okay, now he will try to submit this record. Submit for approval. It will ask, please review it and approve. Submit. Okay, submit. Once you submitted, see the leave status changed to pending now. So it is changed to pending, which means the second criteria also satisfied to assign the request to the manager for approval or rejection. Now log out, and we have selected this person on the profile, this person as their approver manager. So refresh this page, you will receive a notification. See, a notification we received. Click on this notification. The Taushif Iqbal is requesting approval for employee leave application. Click on it. So as of now, approval details we are able to see this much only. This we can modify. We can show the start date of leave or end date, how much leaves, okay, how much days of leaves he is applying. That all those also we can show. So he will either approve, reject, or reassign. So I'll approve it. APPROVED, approved. Approve it. So the leave request is approved. Now open that record, or else log in with that user. Let's suppose this user has logged in on any different application, different system. Go to leave application, employee leave application, and open your record and see leave status is approved. Correct, leave status is in the approved status now. So this is all about approval process. It's easy. So approval process includes workflow rule as well. So when we are giving the initial condition, initial action when we are giving, so at that time there was that was a workflow rule, okay, which is used to update, which is used to send update, like change this leave status from new to pending or pending to approved or reject. Okay, yeah. So if you like it, then please press the like button and don't forget to subscribe the channel to get the latest update, and thank you for watching the video.